Today with Sam Cousens, the development offer from the Claremont Football Club. How are you doing today, Sam?
Yeah, good, thanks, Peter. Pleasure to be in, mate.
Brilliant to have you. And look, now this, first things first, we'll talk about the weekend and the Foxtel Cup. Now you guys, this is the first year the Foxtel Cup's been run. What's the experience has been like down at the club about the format?
Yeah, look, it's been a great experience for the boys. I guess, obviously, to lose the grand final is always disappointing. We've kind of started to make a bit of a habit of that, which is something that we're trying to shake as a club. But in terms of the experience, it was fantastic for the fellas. On round one, got to travel down to Tasmania. Obviously, quite wet, blustery conditions down there, and the boys had a really good win against Clarence, and then got a bit of a nicer trip to Gold Coast for round two, where they played probably some of the best football I've seen them play as a team, and that was against the Northern Bull Ants over in the Gold Coast there. I think the boys had the ears pricked for the Gold Coast trip, and they played some really good footy there, and then back to Patterson Stadium against Port Adelaide in round three, and obviously Port Adelaide have always been traditionally bigger, stronger bodies, so that was quite a really good, I guess it was a good tough game. Obviously the loss against Williamstown, really good dress rehearsal, if you like, I think, for the finals-like atmosphere. So I guess if we're lucky enough to get there on the last day of September this year, I think we've had a good, really has been a good experience and good from that perspective, mate. Yeah,
and I think that's something to touch on. I mean, 2 games at Patterson in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
4 weeks. Yep. And we're only 4 weeks out from finals time.
Yeah.
So it's kind of become a home away from home for you boys.
Well, we're 1 from 2, so I guess not a home away from home, but. Yeah, look, it's been a great experience, especially the game against Williamstown. I thought it was played with real intensity. It was probably, I guess, it was more of a purist style. Football purists really enjoyed the game. From a spectating point of view, with it being low scoring, and that it probably wasn't as entertaining as other games, but it really was finals-like atmosphere. So I think it's going to put us in good stead if we are lucky enough to get there. But it's certainly with the other, Subiaco, the form there at the moment, I think that they could be a real threat. And obviously, South and West Perth have both proven themselves over this year. So yeah, but great experience.
Yeah, that's right. And both teams went into it with a fully fledged side. There was no holding back for this one.
Look, there was no holding back. We didn't. A few injuries. Obviously, Brabazon didn't play, but I think it really is hats off to Simon McPhee and the coaching staff for the way they have managed the players through it. That's probably been our number one priority. Obviously, we wanted to. We went out to win the Foxtel Cup. Obviously, 40,000 is. I think Todd Shimon was pretty excited to maybe get his hands on the 40,000, mate. Obviously, for the Claremont Footy Club, but we still got 30,000 out of that, which was excellent. But the management of the players was our number one priority, and Macca was outstanding, and his coaching staff there. And a lot of people have said, has it been a distraction? I certainly don't see it, as a distraction. It's probably just been more the commitment. Yeah. Obviously being involved with footy yourself as well, Peter. When you do get your week off, it's quite refreshing to be able to get away and actually get yourself away from football. I know, Dean Horsington, our football manager, he's a boogie board enthusiast, does a lot of boogie boarding, and he likes to splash out and take the family down to Coogee for the weekend. So he didn't get the luxury this week to be able to do that. But so it's been more the commitment. It hasn't really been a distraction for the fellas.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to touch on, the fact that you guys are playing on your scheduled buys.
Yeah.
Been a tough season, long season?
Well, it's going to be a long season. Like I said, Mac has done a great job managing the players, so that has been our number one priority. But look, it's an extra 4 games of footy we've played compared to some of the other sides. So it's going to be a long season. It's going to be a long season for sure.
It just makes the spoils at the end a bit more rewarding.
That's it, mate. And hopefully we get them. Hopefully we get them this year, mate, because it's been a long time, too long now.
All right, and look, you guys have got an NAB Auskick Gala Day coming up. Can you tell us a bit about this one?
Look, it's something we do every year. So we probably have about 120 Auskick sides, if you like, descend onto City Beach Oval. The West Coast Junior Football Club do an outstanding job actually managing the day. On a bit of a sour note, it actually coincides with a fixtured waffle game. So we won't be able to use our Claremont players, they're not at our disposal to use as umpires, which we normally do. So that's going to detract from the day slightly, but the club will still have representation down there, and the kids just love getting out there and playing against the other teams, and it really is fantastic. I guess something I wouldn't mind touching on as well this year. A bit of background for yourself, Peter. This year with our Year 3s or the 8-year-olds, we actually played a bit of an informal competition where they progressed onto Year 4 rules. So they're actually playing Year 4 rules now just to try and get a good flow in for when they play modified footy next year. So North Beach Junior Footy Club down at Charles Riley there, they've actually put their hand up to run a separate informal Year 3 Gala Day or Carnival, if you like. So, really happy that North Beach have put their hand up there and they're doing an outstanding job. So, look, we're really excited for it as a district. Yeah, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and it's always good to get the kids out there having a kick around, having a bit of fun.
Well, Peter, that's what it's all about, mate. It's all about, getting them out. And we're also trying to make them very aware of, the Claremont Football Club and Waffle Footy. It probably doesn't get, and it's fantastic you guys actually as Lock Creative are doing this to try and get a bit more exposure out there, because a lot of the kids obviously they get hear a lot about the Eagles and Dockers and whatnot. So the more aware we can make them of Waffle and the pathway to to get to AFL, if eventually, then the better off it's going to be. So
that's right. I mean, the Waffle is really at a great standard of football at the moment.
It certainly is. Yeah.
It picked up over the last few years, and I think where it's at now is it needs its recognition, and I think that the quality is good, and the kids moving into those pathways.
Yeah, well, look, I'm 100% behind you. Just have a look at the evenness of the competition now with Peel, who are really starting to play some good footy, and the Perth Demons are back on the march again as well. So look, it really is an even comp, and it's some really good footballers out there, and probably a few that should be playing AFL. But so it's a strong comp.
And this week, you guys have got a game? We
do, mate. It's actually the replay of last year's grand final against Swan District. So obviously looking forward to playing without Andrew Cracker, who certainly turned on its head last year. But look, Swan, it's just stating the obvious here. Swan District are probably struggling a bit at the moment, but we're certainly very wary of them. You have a look at their list, their team on paper, and they're got an outstanding abundance of talent. Obviously Benny Colreevy's playing some good football, and Talon Ames, who's an outstanding defender, and young Jetta gives them a lot of drive. So they've got some outstanding real weapons, and we're certainly very wary of them. But looking forward to bouncing off our loss on the weekend, and hopefully we can get a win.
That's right, and it's always a good game versus a replay of the last year's grand final.
Well, it certainly is, mate. If we win, it will be anyway. Put it that way. But we're really looking forward to it. The boys are chomping at the bit, mate.
Oh, brilliant. Well, to all the supporters out there, let's get down and support the boys this weekend. And Sam, thanks for coming in.
Cheers for having me, Peter. Thank you.